I'll show you how I prep this machine to ride. This step was, I have to thank Don, our trip coordinator, Trail Rangers trip coordinator for this. He suggested spraying your bottom of your machine, and I do the footwells with it, with a silicone lubricant. And I do this on tires, try to keep it off the brakes. Don't put it on your brakes, but I do it on the tires, rims, and on the inner fender wells. So I go around and I hit the machine with this, and this helps the mud from not sticking to the machine. I've tried this and I've not tried it. I think Don is right. I think this definitely helps. Sometimes my partner, we know who that is, sometimes my partner doesn't agree with it, but I'm going to do it this time. I'll show you how I prep this machine to ride. So this is my shop light, which I'm a Milwaukee fan, and a friend of mine, Dr. Joe, recommended getting a shop light for a camera light or studio light, and then this works great. So the inner fender is pretty clean on the back side, and I just soak it with this. And I'm not doing it for looks. I'm not doing it for looks. We'll do the tire. Again, try to spray at an angle, not to get it on the brake. I'm not doing it for looks. I'm doing it so when I'm in the mud, which we're going to Demon tomorrow, that the mud doesn't stick. Not one of my best cleaning jobs, huh? So I won't show the other side because that's redundant. I do the rims at an angle. Then I'll go around and I'll spray the body, the pretty part of the machine, with a day wax. Any day wax. Sometimes I use, I think it's SC1, new bike in a can. Anything. I have a lot of these day waxes left around from when I actually used to wax my cars frequently. So this is kind of different from what most people do. And I don't do this for the YouTube channel. I do it because it cleans up easier. And I didn't do it before I rode the last time. So I put a liberal amount of this day wax. Boy, the mirrors I can never seem to get clean right. I think you could probably use this day wax on the inner fenders as well, although see how it beads up? I don't know if it would be as good. It does puddle and bead up. I even do the seat with it. So I don't, as I said, I don't do this so the machine looks better on the camera. I think that might be just because it's black, although black can be really hard. But when you've got a sunny day and a black machine, even when it looks bad, it looks good. So, but you'll see what this looks like. This is a really tough area to clean. And I almost finished this bottle off. And I've had these bottles for years. One thing I want to stress to you, and I'll show you the cleanup on this machine tomorrow, is people complain about Can-Ams overheating. I don't think they wash their radiators thoroughly every time they ride. And I'll show you a video of that tomorrow when I come back. So I've hit the machine with this all around. Then I'll take I have so many rags. This is an old t-shirt. Because I'm thin, it's a small. No, it's not. I'll leave that at where it is. But I just do a real quick wipe down, and I'm more smearing it around because I'm not going to try to buff this out, especially parts of this machine are flat black. So I'm just smearing it around. Again, I want it to stay on there so the mud comes off easier. I thought I would. I love the gauges on these machines. Some people won't buy a machine for gauges. It's not big on their list. I get it. It's frivolous. But I do like the gauges on this machine. And I didn't think I was going to like the gauges on the Max in the corner. And it's really a modern gauge. Not old school dials, but a screen. I'll walk over and show you. I really grown to like that. I like it. So we're just smearing this around. I have a hard time getting my handlebars clean. I really struggle with that. And the mud just wants to puddle. I'll show you on the other side. Just cannot. You wipe it down, the mud just sticks there. I think this definitely helps. Now give me your opinion. If you think this is bad for the paint finish on the machine or the plastic, I'm open to criticism. You can see the puddles in there of mud. You know, you hear me say it over and over again, and Polaris does a lot of things good too, and I'm sure the other brands, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki, this paint is very durable on this machine. So Polaris people, don't get mad at me. I think it's more durable than the Polaris paint. This part is just such a bear down here. So she's still wet in areas, but again, I don't really care about the finish. I want it to stay wet. So hopefully the first layer of mud when we go riding won't stick too much to this. Need to organize. Love that Chevy. That kept falling off that truck. I hope you watched my playbook to buying a truck video, but that kept falling off my black Chevy. And I actually found it in the street after they replaced it. I do check the tire pressure lately with a lower pressure tire gauge. Harbor Freight may have these, and I never used to like shopping at Harbor Freight, but now that Sears is gone, I don't have much of a choice. Of course, it's got to be right where I wouldn't see it. So I didn't ride this vehicle for 3 months because I was riding the Max. So that's on 8. I'm going to leave it because that's where I've been riding the tire pressure, and I carry a compressor with me. This was a bad tire too. This has got a slow leak in it, and I don't know where it is. Sometimes I found that these will loosen up, but I should check those. The last machine I had that had bead locks on it was my Maverick, and it had, look at that, and it had, I think that's just mud. It had a loose bolt around the rim, and I wrote it. One thing nice about bead locks is these are all excellent. One thing nice about bead locks, you can ride with a flat. The bad thing is you don't know it's flat. That one was a little loose, but these aren't bad. So we'll see. That corrects it. What's a coincidence? The rear tires of the valve stem is in the same spot on both sides. That other tire was the one with a leak in it, and it was down to about 5 pounds from 9 pounds. So I put air in it, and on that side I didn't show it on video, but I did have to tighten. One was maybe 20 degrees, 30 degrees loose on that side. I can't find the hole in the tire. If I still find it's leaking air, I'll take it to a tire shop and let them submerge it. I hate getting these air hoses back in the reel. If you know of a good one, let me know. I hate doing this. Maybe if I put it on camera, and I've been carrying this around because I gotta check my oil. Maybe if I put it on camera, it will go right away. Like the snowblower attachments in on the tractor. That's a good sign. Wow, I should turn the camera on every time. Boy, I hope you got that on camera. First time shot. I think every time I reel it up, I'm going to turn the camera on. Okay. I then check the oil. Before every ride, I check the oil. Don't ask me why. I mean, this machine probably only has 27 hours on it. But, which I really like Can-Am. I think they do so many things right. The engine is awesome. The oil change is brutal. My God, it's an exercise in patience. Okay, so my oil is good. Maybe a little too, you can see that. Maybe a little too full, but it's right on the upper stage. Sometimes if I put too much oil in, Engineer Dave gave me a recommendation. Use a turkey roaster and stick it in there and suck some out. Put it in a cup. Okay, got a little oil on the frame and the body. Wipe that up. So you can see that day wax is already drying up a little bit. But we'll live with it. It's got to be on there. I'm surprised how it does have a little dust on it. Imagine how clean I keep my stuff. So this filter, I just blew it out probably 4 hours ago, and it does have a little dirt on it. So I'm going to blow it out. I do not check the filter every ride, probably every 2 to 3 rides, but this machine has probably only been out once. You can see the little bit of dirt. Wow, look at the dust blow off that. Wow. Why not, huh? It looks dusty. This is a CVT pre-filter, which I like. I like where they have it. The Can-Am, I don't, you know, for I think a daily rider, for a trail rider that does a little mud, I like that the CVT is up high like that. Let's knock this out. So, man, we learn something every day. These are very easy to get at, so is the air filter. I may check that every ride. Please comment. I don't mind being criticized. That goes in so easy and out. So I'm glad I did this. A little embarrassed my machine wasn't sturdy. Okay, that went on well. Now again, we're not doing maintenance, but this was just a prep for a trail ride. I'm glad I checked the things that I did. Look at how neat this is. I'll show you my Honda, my original Honda. Look at how neat this is underneath the Can-Am. Now that's good and bad. You can't get in there to wash the dirt out. Everything's enclosed on a Can-Am. The fender wells underneath the seat. So you have to take a thing apart to clean the frame. But I do like how neat this is. Here's my battery lead. I have video on that I've never posted. Okay, that's the fuse for the battery lead. My connections are tight, so this is good. I'm glad I did that. So I know that I have to check that every ride and clean it up. This machine wasn't run twice. I bet you there's not 6 hours on this machine since I did that the last time. Okay, so last thing I have to do is fill it up with fuel. I might not have enough gas to fill this up. We went for a long ride and Majestic didn't have the last time. So I like where the fuel is on the Can-Am. This has the original Can-Am fuel cap on it. I would like to get an original mod design. They made the riser. I'd like to get their fuel cap. They're beautiful. Guy does great work up in Canada. So I might not have enough fuel. I run at least 91 octane in my machines. I usually run ethanol free in them, and I'm out of gas. So, and I bet you I'm a gallon and a half short. So I'll wipe that up. I will fill it up before I go riding. Pick up some gas tonight. Hopefully gas stations open on Thanksgiving. Here's the money shot. The bike, she looks great. She's ready to ride on the trail, and I hope this video has helped you and answered your questions. I appreciate the help I've received from Don and Mikey and Dave. We all help each other on how to maintain our machines, and I hope this video has helped you. Thank you for coming back to the channel. If you ride motorsports, please remember to wear a helmet, and I hope to see you on the trail. God bless. I hope everyone has a safe winter.